3000 or schedule anytime at revivemenshealth.com.
Card Show. Yeah, time for the True Sports Card Show. I'm Whitey Gleason. We have a lot to rip through today. The new Topps basketball cards are on their way. In fact, for those listening in China, they're already here. We have True Sports Cards news and whatnot today, and we'll wrap up another successful Sacramento Autograph and Sports Cards Expo. But of course, we can't do any of that without Mr. True Sports Cards himself. He's very excited about that 49er win. He's a man who claims he maintains his youthful appearance by sleeping every night, covered in 1987 Topps baseball wrappers. Emran Pilati with his new specs. Yeah.
I can see. I was tired of people beating me up.
Now.
Yes. It's kind of funny. The instantly improved vision was not on my list for many years. I was a squinter. Hey, what's that say?
Sure.
And I looked like I was mad dogging everybody because I couldn't see anything. And so the truth of the matter is, my birthday is tomorrow, and my driver's license was about to expire. And on my license, it says that I have to wear corrective lenses. So I rushed to go see Dr. Darren Lee, my buddy that had the 50th birthday party a couple weeks ago in Stockton.
Sure. I wasn't invited, but that's fine.
Yeah, I was barely invited. They just go, here's the mic and just introduce people. And so I got my glasses. I ran down to Stockton to go get them on Monday and then studied hard for the eye test. And they sure did. There's no way in hell I would have passed that without the glasses. So I got them just in time. I went to the DMV yesterday, which is the last day I could do it before my driver's license expires.
Mr. Last Minute.
Yes, and I definitely looked like I just rolled out of bed because I wanted to be there very first in the morning. And so I was excited. I had my glasses on. I was, waiting to be called to the window. So I kept putting on the glasses going, am I going to pass this test? Yeah, I can read it. And so I passed the test. They gave me my license temporarily with the paper version of it. And they go, okay, go over there and go get your picture done. I said, what? I was told there would be no picture taking today. This upcoming driver's license photo is going to look awful. I have hair sticking up.
You're disheveled.
Disheveled. I was not ready to be sheveled.
Right.
I'm disheveled.
You were pre-sheveled. That's all. It was early.
But I have a driver's license, and that's important because I'm leaving out of state next week for a couple of states in a couple of days. So I had to get my driver's license renewed before I can get on a plane. So,
well, happy birthday.
Thank
Emran
you.
would love nothing more than you to call, text us, message us, and wish him a happy birthday.
We were talking about it going on the air here, and I said to Whitey, when is it at the age where you just stop? Hey, did you know it's my birthday? Am I getting presents? I feel like mine was somewhere in my mid to early 30s. The difference is, and for those of you that caught what I said, today is my cancerversary. I rang the bell. I beat cancer 12 years ago today, which leads into my actual birthday. It's kind of a weird thing. So my wife and I, we celebrate this cancerversary.
There's a bell here before. That's what I'm looking for.
Yes, please.
I think Sep moved it. That is dope.
That is dope. And so it's always a celebration. And, when you beat cancer, you don't really... I'm a survivor. You're a survivor. And sometimes somebody doesn't understand why. Like, why did I beat it but others didn't? And I didn't know why I had survivor's guilt for some time, just wondering how could I beat stage 4 cancer, but yet other people who had it far less than me not make it. And I had some guilt there for a while. And you just try to figure out why you're supposed to be here. And I didn't know until really Jessica and Beckett came around. And now, being Beckett's dad is my life's goal, and being a great husband to my wife, that's my life's goal. So it's so funny because when you think about the purpose of your life, and we'll talk about cards, I promise, but
yeah. Hello.
Let me just get to the 10:55 mark before we get to cards. But I was just gonna say that, like, when you realize your life's purpose is often doesn't include the selfishness of you. It's the giving of you to others.
It's
and
up
what
to
you
you.
provide.
That's the thing, I
Right.
think, that people sometimes miss.
Right.
Why am I here? Well, it's kind of up to you. What are you going to do about it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think I found it well after I beat the cancer. So I'm excited about that, being a survivor here, you being a survivor, and us having the show together. It's pretty amazing.
I only had stage 2, though, I think. So, yeah.
It's not only, right? It's not only. It's just.
People say it's not a competition. No, it is.
Yeah, and I was 4 is more than 2.
Exactly.
I was winning.
Exactly.
So yeah, I'm grateful for every day. Let's talk about tomorrow, my birthday. I'm
Okay.
taking the day off. Don't even come into the
Good,
store.
good.
Yeah, so tomorrow we're going to Bishop's pumpkin patch farm. So we've taken Beckett there, but he was so small before that he was like, just kind of just sitting there and going,
Right, right.
So he's going to run around, and boy, I'll tell you, when a kid goes from 2 to 3 years old, he's a totally different, and he's starting, he's finished his first month of school. This kid is running around, opening every cabinet, grabbing everything on the counter. Even when you don't think that he can reach something, he somehow reaches
find
it.
a way.
He'll get a ladder. No, I'm just.
He'll rent
He-
a forklift. How'd you get up there?
He's driving Class C commercial vehicles to get to things. I'm
Right,
like,
it's like
geez.
crazy. Yeah. I honestly think, speaking of birthdays, I could be 93, hopefully. If someone gives me like baseball cards, I will be happy on my birthday. I really believe, honestly.
When's your birthday again?
May. It's in
Good,
May.
good. I won't have to give you anything until then. No, it's
But really, if I ever get cards on my birthday, baseball cards, not birthday cards, I really think the little kid inside me is going to be like, yes.
Yeah, when I say that, I say baseball cards, not birthday cards. I don't want to. Don't even bother with the birthday
Oh,
cards.
great. I love you more than anything. You're the greatest dad ever. Great.
Thanks.
Where's
Where's my Jackson Merrill autograph?
Exactly.
Yeah, and if anybody deserves it, it's you, Whitey. I overslept today, and I fell asleep too early last night, and I was supposed to bring you a full hobby box today of Bowman Chrome baseball.
Right. I figured that's okay. I'll get it tomorrow. No, it's
Nope.
my birthday. I
No.
won't be there tomorrow.
No, sorry. Your box will be. Let's get into the autograph expo that you so brilliantly handled last week's show with Jerry Reynolds.
Thank you to Jerry Reynolds for filling in. And I know that it wasn't as much about cards as it typically is, but, Jerry Reynolds.
We just spent 10 minutes talking about my cancer.
Yeah, I know, exactly.
Yeah. What about cards?
Yeah.
Welcome to True Sports Card Show, where we touch on cards a little bit.
Jay helped us out as well. Jay came in, threw a few innings out of the bullpen
Yep.
late and got us over the finish line. Yeah, that was the one thing I think I may always remember about the show, and I know I'm coming at it from a completely different perspective than you. One is, seriously, all the people that came up, especially that first day, Friday, had so many people coming up and talking about how much they enjoy Drive Guys in this show, and it was amazing. And then also with Jerry, and I know you saw this too, before we went on with Jerry last Saturday morning, he's standing there, and then someone comes up behind him and taps him on the shoulder, and it was Spud Webb, and they embraced, and it was like, Jerry was so happy.
That's right. Oh,
Yeah.
It was
And so was Spud.
It was an awkward hug. And I go, oh. It's like when two people go in for a hug and they both go the same side to hug instead of going the opposite side where the the head goes to the other shoulder.
Right.
They kind of they kind of did one of those.
It's
and
like
I was
a hug
I was like,
standoff.
I think they just slow danced for a
Yeah,
little bit.
yeah. But it was cool to see.
That was so funny. And again, the only person Jerry Reynolds had to have tap up. Hey, you. He was like tapping on his shoulder at a height.
Huh. Okay.
Are they both pretty short?
I guess so.
I think Jerry's a little shorter.
Really? I hadn't thought of that. Maybe.
I stood right next to him and watched the awkward hug, so I want to say that they were.
Yeah.
They were like 5'7" each. Spud is not 5'9".
But you were nice enough to set me up with autographs from T. Long, Ben Grieve, and they were both very, very nice.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ben Grieve is hilarious because it's funny how time is manipulated as time goes by. I remember watching Ben Grieve as a kid. Like, oh, Ben Grieve, he was the rookie of the year. No, the dude's 1 year older than me. It's like, well, maybe it wasn't a kid. Same with J. Will. When Jason Williams, I'd be like, I remember watching you as a kid. Dude, you're 2 years older than me. Maybe it wasn't a kid.
I remember watching his dad, and I told him that. Tom Grieve. I remember seeing
Tom Grieve?
Tom Grieve playing.
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know he had a dad
Yeah.
that was in the majors. Majors?
Yeah. He was a really good right-handed hitter, DH
Yeah.
type.
And Ben's a lefty.
Yeah.
And Ben couldn't have been nicer. And I said,
Absolutely.
do you do these very often? He goes, no. I go, well, what do you do? And he goes, not much. And I'm like, thinking to myself, this is a guy, when somebody says not much and they're humble about it, it means I did very well with the money that I earned over my career and I made some smart choices.
Yes.
Because he's like, yeah, we live in the Dallas area and, my kids are, I think they're going to college or they're about college age. And, yeah, I just want to spend more time. I was like, can you show me how to get there? I'm working 22 hours a day. Yeah, so Ben.
Dusty, hanging out with Dusty was
that was
awesome.
wild. Yeah, having Dusty Baker. I don't think we've talked about that. Did you talk about it yet?
We talked about it a little bit last Saturday.
Oh, yeah. Dusty Baker, the driver of Bill North. Happened to just walk in with some nachos and going, hey, guys. It's like, oh.
You're the organizer of the show.
I go, Dusty Baker just walked in with nacho chips, and I didn't even know he was going to be here. I was like, who let you back here?
Yeah.
No, that was an honor. It was amazing. And to be truthful, the best guests were the A's active players. They were the best.
Really?
They couldn't have been nicer. Sometimes you forget how young these guys are. I looked at some of them, and first of all, I was like, what do we have? Just a bunch of male models here? They were all like good-looking guys, very fit. I sound like I'm not married to my wife, but I'm saying that they were just like one of those, and they couldn't have been nicer. And it's funny because, they all get along, but Willie McIver came in. He has a personality. That guy, Willie McIver, you could tell that he's going to have a secondary career, either in broadcasting or something. He has this awesome personality. And he was sitting off to the side, and the other guys, Carlos Cortez, Soderstrom, Max Schumann, and Sterner were sitting all in a group over there. And Willie was sitting off to the side, nothing in his hands, just kind of absorbing the moment. He was signing a few things. He got done early. And I go, hey, you want to sit with your guys? He goes, no, I'm good. It's like,
wow.
Well, he's a catcher, I guess. Maybe he doesn't want to, he doesn't want to be around him, or I don't know what it is. But it was just so funny. It wasn't negative. He was just like, nah, I'm cool sitting here with nothing in my hands, just hanging out.
Before we get into all the things we need to get into, and we already got into some of them, do you have time for 2 quick questions that have already popped up here?
Sure.
Yeah.
Where's it coming from for a radio listener only?
By the way, Peg Junk says, pour one out for Kyle Draper. This is on the YouTube chat. Chat. Let's see. Logical Raptors fanatic. First day of the divisional series. Do people buy more during the playoffs?
Yes.
Really?
They do, yeah. I think we saw a surge of Aaron Judge sales, an increase in value after the Red Sox lost. So I think people were kind of waiting with bated breath. If you've been around for a while, do you remember Dirk Nowitzki won MVP but was ousted in the first round of the playoffs? Yeah, ousted in the first round.
We Believe Warriors, yeah.
That's an example of making an investment in a guy and then having them eliminated out of sight, out of mind. Ohtani has been at the forefront of this series, and he's clearly going to win the MVP. I think if Judge was the running away MVP, they would be more apt to invest in him even before the win against the Red Sox. But
might be Cal Raleigh.
Yeah, that's the point. With Raleigh being there, it's not as
Tigers,
it's not as a black and white as Ohtani getting the MVP is. So I would say that they sometimes will wait, and not only that, but the wild card, best out of 5 or best out of 3, excuse me, right? Best out of 3. Anything can happen.
Crazy intensity.
Yeah, they used to have the 1-game playoff. Do you remember that?
I do.
That was even more wild. So you bust your butts the entire year. You play 162 games, and it comes down to 1 game whether or not you continue.
Yeah.
And you're just like, that doesn't seem right.
I'm kind of glad they changed that.
Yeah, I'm glad they did that too. But even best out of 3 seems very
one
pitch away from something happening in one direction or another. Your Padres, as an example, with that strike,
that's why I don't like baseball anymore.
I've given up completely.
I usually need a week or two when the Padres are eliminated.
I think as a team moves past the divisional series and into the league championship, that's when you start to see some serious investing. I expect the Dodgers, as much as I hate them because I'm a Giants fan, is going to go into the World Series. I think it's a safe investment for Ohtani right now. And then other people had asked me during the week during the shop, with this being Kershaw's last year, is a good investment. I don't really like investing in pitchers unless you have an iconic pitcher like a Nolan Ryan or even the very best. You can see that they're just not getting the juice that they should. Verlander's a first ballot Hall of Famer. The guy, you couldn't sell a Verlander very well right now at all. So I would just say if it's about investing, stick to your frontal cortex of your brain, guys, like Ohtani, like Judge.
One more comment here before we get to it. You were talking about the intensity of the short series. My father's uncle, his name was Bill Posdeld. He was the A's pitching coach when they won in 72, from the time they got here in 68 through 72. And he told my dad that first round used to be, it was like you had one playoff round in the World Series, and the first round was best of 5. And he told my dad that best of 5 was so intense. He said it's almost like a relief when you get to the World Series because it's best of 7.
Give you a little
So
breathing
now you
room.
have that best of 3. So it's really ratcheted.
Yeah, and you think about how managers have to change their game plans. It's like, well, we had Kershaw that was lined up for game 3, but we're down 1-0. Maybe we have Kershaw pitch
Yeah.
game 2 because 2 and we're out.
Yeah.
So we need to change the strategy. Or maybe they're pulling a guy after 2 innings because they can't let him get racked because they're trying to save for a guy for tomorrow.
Strategy.
And I think, if I'm not mistaken, that all 3 games of the best of 3 series are played in the home team. They
Yeah,
don't go
right.
So like the Red Sox were always going to play
The team
at
with the better
Yankees.
record is home for
all 3 games,
3 if necessary.
which I think is
it's kind of fair.
yeah, it is. It really kind of. I mean, any ball can bounce any way, and then all of a sudden you've lost. But at least you're doing it in front of your home crowd, and you've earned that because of positioning.
Yeah, and let me know where you got your glasses because I want to send that to the home plate umpire in Game 3 in Chicago. AC says this is the final month for Panini NBA releases. I am looking forward to Topps flagship basketball next month. Next month?
That's the end of this month.
Yeah.
I think if you, without saying it, I think Topps and Fanatics lines up their release dates specifically with seasons, starts and ends. I think the season starts, Kings start on the 22nd, I think is their opening game
I think it's,
in Phoenix.
don't think that's quite correct.
Or
but I will-
24th. No, it's 22nd.
Okay.
You'll look it up. If only we had a machine in front of us so we could look things up. I know that I'm going to the home game with Beckett and Jess against the Jazz. That's going to be Friday. And then they play the Lakers on the 26th at home as well. So that's going to be a tough ticket. But I want to say there's the 22nd in Phoenix, which I believe they are.
You're correct. The Kings will begin the season on the road against the Phoenix Suns on Wednesday, October 22nd.
I'm not
Thank
wearing
you.
glasses because I'm dumb.
Yeah.
Hello.
And then next they return home for opening night at Golden One, take on the Jazz Friday, October 24th.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Jessica
You are right
goes,
again.
Jessica goes like this. You know how Beckett is getting into the night as far as being tired? Can't we just go to the first Sunday game that starts a little earlier? I go, yeah, I'll go to the Lakers game. I'm sure that those tickets will be cheap. I looked and you're in nosebleeds for $200. You know, so
Worth it.
now that I have glasses, I can sit outside and see what's going on.
That's right.
I'd be in the front row going, who's that?
Yes.
That's Malik Monk. Oh, okay.
Well, that's what he looks
That's
like.
what he looks like. I'm excited about sports season right now. You got baseballs and an exciting
You're going
time of year.
bonkers over your 49ers.
Oh, the 49ers game on a Thursday night. Jessica went out with her girlfriend, so I had Beckett, and I'm just sitting there watching the game, and I'm like, look, Beckett, the guy Pinheiro can kick a field goal.
There goes Pinheiro.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
And just the excitement of that game, the fact that it went into overtime. I was excited to see the Rams get the ball back in with 1:02 left and then think like, all right, can the Niners stop them? They did with a field goal, but what an exciting game. That's the kind of game that tests your mettle and makes sure that you're good. And I got to tell you, man.
It tests the metal of a fan, too.
Oh, my goodness.
Those ups and downs and, twists
You know,
and turns.
and I would just say, if I could say something that makes me happy is a great redemption story, and Mac Jones is living it right now. That guy, it's so interesting. If you Google or if you YouTube Matthew Stafford mic'd up, there was a moment about 10 years ago where he was, I think maybe he was a rookie. It might have been even longer than that. He had injured himself, and he was mic'd up for NFL Films. And they showed him, he got injured, he couldn't throw. He went to the sidelines for one play, and he's like, I think I could throw it. And he did. He came back in. He had like a separated shoulder or something, or a dislocated shoulder, threw the winning touchdown, immediately went back into pain, but it was one single shot of having him just grit it out and why his teammates love him so much. And to see a guy in Mac Jones do that against a Matthew Stafford-led team, 15 years later, and watch Mac Jones just barely hanging on. The poor guy was eating bananas on the sideline.
A lot of bananas.
Yeah, I heard he ate 11 bananas.
Yeah.
Just to kind of get that potassium going and make sure they stop cramping. I mean, this is a guy that was left on the discard pile. He's backing up Trevor Lawrence, and in Jacksonville, they had given up on him and went with Drake May instead. So there was a lot of what happens? And he was part of that heralded 2021 class that just never panned out, with the exception of Lawrence, who still has the jury out on him. But Fields and him and Jones
Wilson.
and Wilson, now Trey Lance.
Yeah.
I mean, that's an awesome class going in. It's a dead class since, but Mac Jones, and we can look up the numbers here soon, has really revived his career. And whether it's not going to be here, but he sure did a Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
He's going to get paid.
Kyle Shanahan said yesterday, he said at one point he was told that Adrian Martinez was going into the game, the backup. So he said he was thinking of plays to run with the backup who really has never played, really the third quarterback. He said as he was doing that, he looked up and Mac Jones was back in the huddle. He's like, oh, okay, we're good. But yeah, he was, with the cramping and everything. And I don't know what happened at one time. It looked like he said he thought he was going to throw up. It looked like, wow, they got to call an ambulance.
Right.
No, he's okay.
I can't remember who that was. I think it might have been Byron Leftwich. Do you remember there was a quarterback that hurt his ankle so bad that after each play, the lineman would grab him and bring the quarterback to the line of scrimmage?
I
think it was Byron Leftwich.
Been,
I promise you, it was amazing. But there's something about that grit of a quarterback. I think Purdy has it. I think Mac Jones has proven that he has it. A guy that was just like, I'm gonna will us to win. And this is the Alabama Mac Jones that we're seeing now. We're not seeing the Patriots Mac Jones where Bill Belichick gave him, I don't know if you remember that he had one half that it was very windy. He let him throw 2 times. It's like, what are we doing here? Let this guy go.
Especially when his first year was pretty good.
Pro Bowl.
But speaking of grit, I mean, that's the type of gritty win. Not only do we give credit to Mac Jones for that, of course, but the 49ers, that's the type of game last year. They didn't win.
Nope.
They didn't win that game last year.
And I think that positions us to be good in the card investing world. Don't give up on Purdy. He's the guy. Don't dump your Purdy's.
Leftwich was the guy, and it was a broken gue, by the way. So
incredible. I remember that. I was like, lineman on each side. He's got arm on both of them, and they were like lifting him to the next line of scrimmage. It was insane. I was like, This is amazing.
You're on fire today with your references.
The glasses.
Yeah.
If you look, if you're watching on YouTube, I'm not even referencing anything on the computer. This is all off top of my dome.
Who's that guy in there with Whitey? What happened to the card guy?
This guy seems more smart. I just said more smart. Is it smarter? What a dummy. I'm gooder at this. Before we continue, I want to make sure that we acknowledge yesterday's news. Your partner on the Drive Guys, Kyle Draper, has stepped down. He's stepping down to focus on his Kings requirements and duties, and you can speak a little bit more on that. Spend a little time on it, but not too much time on it.
Okay. I think it was very hard for him, and it's something that's kind of been in the works for a while, and everyone was trying to figure out a way to keep him on the show. The best we could do is to keep him on the show here and there. So he's going to be popping on and doing stuff with us. We hope a lot, but he just wasn't able to do this every day anymore. And I know for a fact it was difficult for him. So yesterday was the last day, and I want to thank everyone that called in, and you were one of the people and helped us send him off in fashion. Although, again, he's not going away, and we'll still see him. And if you're a Kings fan, you'll see him on TV all the time. We will hear him on the show, just not every day anymore.
I'll say this because this is my own personal opinion. I wish that he was calling every game. I love his play-by-play style. I love the jump out of your seat Draper. Not the Mark Jones. I mean, he's a national broadcaster, incredible guy. But I'm just thinking for me as a listener, as a viewer, as a homer, I just love my broadcaster to jump out of their seat the same way that I would if I was just calling the game myself. I'd probably forget to call the game and just start screaming. And Kyle hits that line to where he's like, almost going to jump out and just go, yeah, boy, that's my guy. Like, you can't do that when you're doing the play-by-play call. But he's like always on the brink of that because he's just one of those guys that just loves his team, and his team is now acclimated to be the Kings. And even though he is a Celtics and Philly guy, he loves it. No, he loves his Lakers. I apologize. He loves the Lakers.
I didn't say that. I think that was a long time ago. But I will tell you this. It's also, you've never negotiated with Mark Jones over the price of a 1971 Jerry West card, right?
As you're talking to him, and you're like, I'm talking to Drapes. I'm like, yeah, Drapes, what do you think about the Kings when we're doing Drive Guys, 3 of us? And I'll go, what do you think about the Kings X, Y, Z? He goes, anyways, let me ask you this. I'm on your website.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
you don't even listen to what I say to you.
Yeah.
You just wanted to get a deal.
So
Here it comes.
Yeah.
The deals are coming. Now that he's got 2 to 6 free every day, before he has his commitments for the night for the Kings, I could expect calls going, hey, where can I go to 6661 Stanford Ranch, your store, to come and buy some cards and drop off my son? Because Nick works for me, so a lot of fun. Drapes, we love you, and even though I tease you, you know it's all in good fun, but you're definitely going to be missed. You have a new dynamic to your show too, so we'll see how that goes.
Yes.
We'll see how that goes.
Jay and I are figuring all that out.
I will be guest host as often as you want with you, Monday through Friday, 2 to 6, because I'd rather do that than price cards in the back room.
We'll swap.
Or
You
deal
can do
with any
this
of the
and I'll
drama.
take over the store.
Oh, yeah, please.
Yeah.
When you say take over, I mean take it. Take it. I'm looking at Mac Jones. The increase in Mac Jones prices have increased another 16% since the game. So, yeah, that Mac Jones that you gave away is
To my nephew, yeah.
to your well, you know, snag it back.
Yeah.
Oh, Uncle Whitey
He
just
lives
stole
in
my.
North Carolina.
Old Uncle Whitey just came to our door and snatched my cards from me. I'll be taking that Mac Jones.
There
and
was
I'll be
a
giving-
loaner anyway.
And I'll give
I
you
thought
this
that was
Trey
clear.
Lance.
Yeah.
No, Mac Jones, he's going to get paid somewhere. And you, if you have held your Mac Jones cards for all this time, you're going to get paid too. So now's a good time to do that. Looks like Purdy is either next week or the week after returning.
George Kittle could be back next week, too.
Yes. But we have also learned that turf toe can spring back up. That's why Purdy came in, then went back out. So I still would sell your Mac Jones cards at this point. You've maximized the dollar you've gotten out of the majority hole if you've been holding it. Now's a good time to get out of it, in my opinion.
By the way, one of the hot quarterback rookie cards of the week is Jackson Dart. His values have gone up.
Once you have a game like that, when you win and show a little swag, do you see when he ran in for the touchdown and he did the flex to the camera? People like that.
I think that might be one of his cards. Topps now might have actually made that into a card.
People like that.
Yeah.
People like that a lot. So I think
And he's New York.
I think a good time right now, if I was an investor, is to pick up your Russell Wilson card super cheap right now. He's a Hall of Famer. He's not going back in unless it's an emergency. It's the Jackson Dart era. So I think if you could, I like investing in two things: guys on a meteoric rise, and guys that are now have secured their legacy, and you could get them very inexpensively.
You know, somebody was saying on Thursday Night Football a couple weeks ago that, Tony Gonzalez was saying it, that Russell Wilson may have played his way out of the Hall of Fame.
I don't think so.
I don't know if he has. I don't even know if you can do that.
No, I think the Super Bowl win gets him in. You know what I mean? That and he should have had 2
Yeah.
if they didn't throw that stupid.
Yeah, but who threw that stupid?
It wasn't his call. It was Carroll's call.
He still threw it. I think it was the coordinator. Is that Darrell Bevel? Darren? Yeah. But anyway.
Nobody thinks about Darren Bevel anymore. They think about Marshawn Lynch going, what the hell are we doing?
Right.
Yeah, he would have 2 Super Bowls if it wasn't for a stupid play. So, but yeah, I think the Super Bowl cements him. If you had just given Phillip Rivers a Super Bowl win, he'd be in. Now we think about him on the fringe, right?
So how come Jim Plunkett with 2 is not in?
How come Eli Manning with his record is not in?
He'll get in there.
Yeah. I don't know why Plunkett doesn't get in. He's great. Speaking of great Raiders, we had Fred Biletnikoff at our show last week. He couldn't have been nicer. He was great. His wife Angie and him showed up. They only have to come down the road a few miles because they live here in Roseville. So it was great. He was, man, for a guy that's 82 years old, that guy's with it.
I hadn't even thought about that.
He's with it. Yeah. So very happy to have Fred there. And while Jessica, my wife, isn't thrilled about it, I'm already planning on a early 2016 show. And so stay tuned. We'll give you some news on that.
I would.
Oh, sorry, 2026.
Yeah, I was going to say that wouldn't be early. 2016.
It's my first glasses faux pas today.
You caught it though.
Peg Jug just called me Emron Kent.
There you go.
Yep. So that's that.
What's going on now with Whatnot and the True Sports Cards show?
Okay.
And
So
the True Sports Cards store.
So we have been off of Whatnot for approximately 6 months. It's been my choice. I've had some hard feelings towards Whatnot, and the reason why is because I feel like that auction platform takes advantage of some people. I don't like it, and I've had a fair share of people come in that are great customers, good people, and they come in with a big 2-row or 3-row or 4-row full of cards, and a lot of branding happens from sellers or different types of entities. Like they'll put their little stickers on their one touches that have their branding, etc. So I can see in the 4-row who they bought from. I'm familiar with these little stickers, whether the names on it or just their branding. And I'm like, oh no, this guy was in all kinds of repacks or mystery packs. And they come in and they say, here you go, Emron. I'm selling all of it to you. I'm done. I go, what happened? Spent too much money. I had too much to drink that night. I spent all this money, or I was late into the night. I'm swiping, buying cards while I'm supposed to be sleeping.
Just losing money.
Just losing money because they were taken advantage of. And I had a hard time with that. I have a hard time watching good people putting good money into things that they end up feeling taken advantage of. So I was like, I don't think I want to do this. And so, not that I was doing it, but like just
You didn't want to be affiliated.
Yeah, just supporting a platform that did that. Well, I got a phone call last week from somebody from Whatnot, one of their representatives, and they said, we saw that you were on the platform, then you came off. We'd like to discuss having you come back on. And I told him some of my true feelings as a guy that's trying to build a community-based card shop. And he goes, just want to let you know, stay tuned. We've got some new things happening, and I can't say them yet, but I want you to know that we are on this. We are on top of it. And before I say what it is, and we'll talk about this in a second, one of the things that I have problems with are people paying for over comps. So if a card's worth $30 and then you're getting screamed at by the seller, hey, come on, chat, let's go, let's spend some more money, right? It's really the responsibility.
That guy sounds obnoxious, whoever that is, by the way.
Who's dinging on me?
Whoever, yeah. No.
Oh, that person.
Hey, come on.
Yeah. So,
spend some more money. Yeah.
Let's
get him on the show.
I'll tell you, go on Whatnot and see some of the biggest channels. They're screaming and yelling and cussing at people, and I'm like, oh my, you should have paid more. It's like, wait a minute. So here's the truth of the matter. A comp is where you have a documented ability to say, yes, somebody did buy and pay for that card. And
that is a fact.
That is a fact. And all we're doing is we're looking at eBay. But I'm watching people. I watched a guy 2 days ago buy a Kobe Bryant 1996 Upper Deck PSA 8. That card consistently sells for $28 to $35, okay, on eBay comps. Well, this guy paid $67 for it. Okay, now we look at him like, you dummy. But here's the truth. That's an actual comp. The guy paid for it. So why isn't that documented as a true sale? What if somebody's bought one for 50 and 67 and 62? Those comps don't count? Now they should count because somebody really did pay for them. And because they're on a platform that cannot document the true sale of it, that's the problem. Because then when somebody comes to me and says, hey, can you buy this from me? And I go, sure. I look at the comps at $35, and then I have to work a percentage below that in order for it to make sense for me. They're like, well, I paid $62. And I go, why'd you pay $62? I don't know. The guy was yelling at me, and I had 3 seconds. I had to make a decision in 3 seconds.
Yeah.
That's why they do the sudden death, because they don't want you to have the ability to research the card.
They want to shut your brain off.
Go. Right?
Yeah.
So all of a sudden you feel this panic, like, I got to swipe. And next thing you know, you're paying $67 for a card that last sold for $35. Again, I understand that somebody might have felt like they overpaid for it, but if you start documenting that the 67 sale happened, now you can use that as a comp and say, look, I'll give you $55 for that card because you bought it for 67 and I have the documentation to be able to sell it for 67. So that's my biggest hardship with Whatnot. Now, what they did was they said, stay tuned. We're starting to clean this thing up. We want more transparency. So on just a couple of days ago, Whatnot announced that they were going to change the repack game forever on Whatnot. Now, for those of you that don't know, repacks are where you bid on a mystery pack, something that you don't know what's inside, and then after the bid closes and you're the winner, they open it and you hope that you made some money or
someone has repackaged it. Like you've either thought about dabbling or you have.
I'm in the middle of doing a repack, but I'm doing autographed items because they don't have the fluctuation like cards.
Yeah.
Right. So like I could pack something into a mystery pack that might be worth $100 a Brock Purdy, and then all of a sudden you buy it 2 weeks from now when he's down and the card has gone down 20% in value. You're screaming and yelling. Memorabilia doesn't have that fluctuation as much. So I'm doing memorabilia mystery boxes because I can have them
not
be
as
different.
volatile.
Yeah. So what they have is they have what's called a floor and they have a ceiling. This is the best card you can get. It's valued at $2,000, and the worst card you can get is $20. So when you see something like that, it's like, well, what am I willing to bid for? So when you see a pack that consistently sells on bids for between $100 and $125, your hope is, can I get my money back at least?
Mm-hmm.
And 9 out of 10 times, and in some of these former repackers or these current repackers, 19 out of 20 times you're losing because they have to have the margin to be able to put the $2,000 card in there. So they've got to have a bunch of $20 cards in there. And what Whatnot has said now is no more. Starting November 3rd, we need you to have transparency of what's in your packs. We need the totality of packs that you're creating. We need to know what the checklist looks like. And I have a feeling that they're going to monitor. They didn't say this, but that's just my gut feeling, that they're going to monitor and say, when you say that you have a 1952 Mickey Mantle in there, you better have a Mickey Mantle in there at some point, right? And I just feel like Whatnot is realizing that although they are gaining, and when the true numbers is that they're gaining 13,000 new users every week on the platform in the collectible space. 13,000. But how many are leaving and deleting the app? They can't measure that. But I could tell you it's a significant portion because I see it and I talk to people. I go in there. I'm tired of buying these cards. Buy them all for me. I'm out.
So
and again, that hurts my heart.
When are you back on?
October 13th at 9 a.m.
Write it down.
Right. So October 13th, 9 a.m. True Sports Cards is the ID, and I'll be doing the selling and yelling. I promise not to cuss at you. That's not something that I do. I'm going to be as transparent as I can with the cards. It's going to be single card sales, so you'll see the card in front of you. You'll have a chance. I'll explain what the card is, and then I'll hit the timer.
I've been approached about some involvement. Out of my people are talking.
You and me?
Yeah.
Oh, your representation and I.
Right. I just have to hire somebody.
Well, it's Kyle Draper, and he goes, hey, man, how about 1 shekel for Whitey while I get 3 shekels for me?
I used to actually have an agent, for lack of a better term, and he also formerly was an agent for Frank Viola. And that's one of the ways this guy convinced me. He's like, why should I let you represent me? I used to represent Frank Viola and Billy Sample and Bill Swift. And I was like, I love baseball. I was like, oh, you're my guy.
So wait a minute.
Let's go.
Bill Swift, the pitcher that pitched for the Giants?
Yes.
And then Billy Sample, who played for I want to say the Brewers.
I think the Rangers.
Possibly, yeah. Definitely the Rangers.
Yeah.
I thought Brewers. And then Frank Viola, who I think was a Cy Young winner, yeah?
Yeah.
Side note, that guy was supposed to go to the Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
He's just a Hall of Very Good, or maybe even just Hall of Good.
Yeah.
Viola was a late 80s darling.
Twins, and then he went to the Mets, I believe. Yeah.
Oh, is that true? Yeah, he did go to the Mets. You're right. You're right. Did you know what? I was looking up stats yesterday, just randomly. Jacob deGrom, who came in 2014 and one of the most dominant ERA pitchers of our time, only has 96 career wins. Not wild?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I thought I was like, oh, this guy's going to be a Hall of Famer. No.
Yeah, guys.
Not with 96
don't
wins.
Pick up wins that much.
They
anymore.
don't.
10 wins is like, nice year, bro.
They were talking about how they had Jack Leiter was a great addition to the Rangers as a 25-year-old. He's 12-8. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
I guess 12 is good. I think 200 wins is kind of the marker now moving forward as far as a Hall of Fame career consideration. 96 wins.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
wild.
Speaking of Hall of Famers, and I apologize, I kind of knocked you off stride there talking about Frank Viola. You're going to have a Hall of Famer at your store, are you not? Not a baseball Hall of Famer, but a Hall of Famer.
Our friend,
Yeah.
Rick Barry, is going to be in store on October 25th. Tickets are available right now. Just go to True Sports Cards, look up Rick Barry. You'll see the tickets. Any item, we have an any item ticket and we have an inscription ticket, so take a look at that. Rick and I have been friendly for several years now. We've done a couple of investments together. We own a small business together. It does custom sports balls like basketballs and footballs. Yeah, we have that together. And he's a great guy. Some people find him ornery. I don't. I find him ornery to people that are dumb to him, right? Remember that time when you scored all those points? Yeah.
Yeah.
I do remember that time. I was there. Rick is a businessman now and an entrepreneur. He's really good. He loves pickleball. He's a pickleball fanatic now. I think he's actually ranked nationally as a pickleball player in his age group.
He was, and he is a great tennis player.
I think he's 77 now. The guy acts like he's 40. So it's wonderful. We're going to have him there in store on October 25th at noon o'clock. Feel free to go to truesportscards.com to find out more about the tickets. We'd love to have you there in store in person. And the last time that he was there at my store, he would take off his 75 championship ring and let a kid put it on their finger and take a picture with it. Like, really cool stuff. He loves children. He absolutely loves children. So, not those of you that act like children that
Actual
are adults.
children.
Actual children, younger kids.
October 25th.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah, it's going to be a great time.
He's a little
We're
bit
gonna be-
ahead of his time. He was a great passing forward.
We're going to be running our show from there. So let's see if you can get a few minutes with him before he gets started. He had a radio show in the Bay Area for many years. I don't know if you shared the same station with him at any point. But
Never did, but when this station was in another building, there were a couple times when he, for some reason, was up here, maybe because the Kings are playing, and he did his show from our building. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll never forget where he was playing wiffle ball today, huh, boys? That's what he said as we were on our way out. Yes, we are, Mr. Very.
He's a great voice in radio, really good. If I could, as I walk into the foray of podcasting and doing a podcasting network, which is one of my.
Into the foray? You're just doing a podcast, bro. Let's not.
You've officially been uninvited to do it. No, I in 2026, I thought to myself, this is where I really want to take on a True Media podcast network, and the one that I'm working on. I'm talking with several people, and I'm listening to everything for the audition. So far, Whitey, not bad, not bad. That Jerry Reynolds guy seems to be pretty
I may have
confident.
just
on
heard my
tip.
chances there. Yeah.
Making fun of me about it?
Yeah,
You're in a
yeah.
podcast, bro.
As I've journeyed into the foray of broadcasting
As
on
I-
a podcast.
As I approbationally bequeath myself, these glasses have really turned me into
Hey, yes, all of
something
a sudden,
else.
you're a wordsmith.
Now watch this. Let me take these glasses off real quick.
Uh-huh.
Hey, I like cards. I better put these back on.
Very nice.
There I am. There I
Very
am.
nice.
Yeah, there's a mention in here in the YouTube chateau, Logical Raptor talking about pack manipulation. He's correct. If you have a ceiling card in a mystery pack and it's $2,000 and you're in pack number 4 out of 200 packs and you break out this $2,000 card, the rest of the values are going to go, and people are going to say, well, I'm not going to bid $150 on this pack anymore because the best hit's gone. It's kind of like when a product is started, like a Topps Chrome update, when they have the
Which is
debut,
coming out soon, by
which
the
have
way.
the debut patches in them,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden on day one they pull Ellie De La Cruz's 101 debut patch that sold for 600,000. Right.
Right.
And if you notice, the Skeens was the real pull last year. So just like the mystery packs, they want transparency and they want to know that truly the cards are what's in there. And I think they're going to go towards more regulation, which is exciting for me. So I'm excited to get back on the platform.
Christopher Ryan, good take on Whatnot. I stopped using it for the exact issues you mentioned.
That's the tough part about it. So Christopher Ryan, come into the store, stop guessing on what you're buying, and pick the beautiful card that's in the case that you want, that you know is going to be in there at a comp price. That's what we do. We price it at the comp price that's documentable. We put it in the case, and you can touch it, feel it, smell it. You can actually see it in your hands rather than taking a game of chance.
By the way, you mentioned Topps Chrome Update Baseball. That's also this month, right?
It is. I finished my orders on that. So Topps Update is first, not Chrome. So it'll be Topps Update and then Topps Chrome Update. Will be behind it. There is a paper version of it.
I see.
Yeah.
I see.
So the paper version is coming out. I want to say week after next is
Okay.
when the release date is. I want to say it's the 15th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then just to clarify, we've been talking about the Topps basketball.
Yep.
The first ones are just the paper.
We brought
right?
it up. That's why I
Yeah.
brought up the Kings
Yes,
starting.
yes.
If you think about this, Topps, as I mentioned in a previous show, Topps and Fanatics are not creating any 2025 football product for the NFL. They're not doing it for the NFL anyways because they don't have the licensing. They're not doing pro football at all. So they're
does
not.
that mean you'll have a double rookie class? in the next-
Possibly.
Wow.
But remember, they said that they're going to release stuff in March or late February. What ends in late February? The Super Bowl.
Groundhog Day. Yeah, that's better. That's good.
St. Patrick's Day?
You had a better answer. Yeah. Not St. Patrick's Day.
I took my glass off for a second. I instantly become an idiot when I take these glasses off. So I apologize for the last 23 months that I've been on the air. What have I been doing? Just dummy
Did
stuff.
it take you a long time to pick out your glasses? I'm guessing it would for you, but you said you had a time crunch. So maybe
Yeah. Well, how much is that one? How much is that one? But yeah, it was.
'cause it can take, depending on your frame of mind,
Get
it
it?
can take you a long time, right? Most people's like, oh man, I don't know.
The part about the glasses is that my eyesight is so bad.
Really?
Well, I have
I've
corrective.
never seen you wear glasses.
That tells you something. I was like, I didn't know he was that old. And then I put my glasses on. I was like, oh yeah, why
See,
he
that's
is
why
old.
I always said that you're not getting enough sleep because you're always squinting, but
That's really unfair of you.
you can't.
Now you can see all my pupils.
Blind as a bat.
like this. What is going on? Is anybody in this room? Is that like green?
I felt that time when you said, "Hey, Kyle Draper," to me. I thought, whoa, something's not right. Something's not right.
Sounds all right. I think his vision's off.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really bad. Anyway, so
Yes.
I think they might do a double class because they casually mentioned it on a town hall, which was the shocking part. Like they went through 55 minutes of information, and near the end of the town hall, they go, and we're also not doing any 25 product for football. Like what? Wait, what? So reason I bring that up is because basketball is coming out the second to last week or the last week of October, as in like 2-3 weeks, which happens to coincide with the season starting.
I shouldn't ask this question. I apologize because I should have asked you beforehand. Can I pre-order with you for any basketball stuff?
I don't know. I haven't had the solicitation hit me yet as far as how many cases I'm going to get.
Okay.
So, can you, Whitey? Yes, you can.
Well, I mean,
Can one do it?
Logical Raptors fanatic or Peg Junk or whomever?
Yeah, it does. I don't know because I don't know how many cases I'm going to have.
understand.
It is going to be a very hot product because it's been 10 plus years of Topps. I mean, if you think of some of the iconic rookies like LeBron holding the jersey or, Kobe, the Kobe
Yeah,
96.
that just hit me because I have a bunch. I collect basketball sets and I have a bunch, and it just hit me today like, oh, Topps. It's Topps again.
Think about
Topps
this.
is back.
95 was 30 years ago. 96 was 29 years ago. Guys like me at
you're
40,
good.
at 48. Oh, these glasses are something else, man. I'm going to wear these all the time. I'm going to start wearing them when I'm driving. I'll get to the place on time.
2020 was 5 years ago. Man, he's good.
They're actually the Meta glasses. You just have a screen there with the script. I
Yeah.
don't believe it.
It's,
Someone else
it's talking
is
about.
writing this.
There's just lines of data in front of my eye, in front of my iris. What I'm saying is that era are guys like my age now that have expendable income that's now retro going, I remember pulling that Kobe out of that pack, that fresh Topps smell. You know what I mean? That great pack experience. And they're going to have that again. And now these kids are going to get to experience it with their parents who opened Topps packs
Yeah.
back then.
When I first got back into cards, like everybody else around the pandemic, I remember looking at basketball cards. Panini. What is Panini? I mean, good for them, but just
It's a
I mean,
sandwich.
Fleer, Donruss, Topps. who is Panini and how are they doing basketball cards? I couldn't understand.
And remember when Topps did Bowman way back in '89? It was Bowman. It wasn't Topps's Bowman.
Right.
And now everything has been fractionalized with a Panini in front of it. Panini Prism, Panini Prism Black, Panini Obsidian. No, it's like
Mosaic.
there was just standalone brands in their own building, printing out their own cards. Now it's just a commingling of a bunch of different stuff. But I think what I'm getting at is I'm excited because the Topps price point isn't very expensive. I want to say it's going to be under $125 a box, which is exciting to have licensed product. You're going to see Luka in a Lakers uniform. You're going to see Cooper Flag. It just so happens the only thing that could have been better than having Cooper Flag as your premier rookie in a debut year would have been Wemby. Because he's a generational talent, and they're thinking that Cooper might be similar. But you have a strong rookie class with Ace Bailey. You have Dylan Harper. You have Nick Clifford.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to talk about Kuminga? You're raising your hand.
No, I wanted to point out Cooper Flag. Somebody just this week gave him a pack of basketball cards from the year he was born.
I heard about this. Go ahead.
Yeah, and he opened them and he got a Hito and he's like, I don't know.
I don't know who Hito is.
What?
Who are you? That's what people say to me when I tell them things like I've never seen a show. Have you ever watched Breaking Bad? I've never seen an episode. I'll tell them, what's wrong with you?
He must have never played 2K. I feel like everyone knows.
Who doesn't know 2K? Oh,
Cooper Flag.
Oh, yeah.
Flag?
Turkoglu is broken in 2K.
Is he?
Yeah.
Like not good?
So good.
So good.
Too good. Like he's famous for around people my age because of how good
I
he is.
didn't realize
in 2K.
that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I will tell you one move that the patented Hito move was a pump fake and then slowly driving past you, then pulling back for maybe like a 8-foot fadeaway, dropping back. Like the guy was not fast, but he could get that shot off.
Really good guy. We used to have him on our show every week. And one time we were talking to him and his English wasn't great. He was a really nice guy. But something happened and the show just stopped. We're talking to him and either we said something that he didn't answer well or we said something dumb and the show stopped. And then he goes, so how's show going? Good? No. I'll never forget that. Yeah, Hito. I have a guessing game for you if you
mean
want.
Hidiet Turkoglu?
Yes, sir.
Hidayat.
Really good guy. Really good guy. I have here top 10 basketball players' cards in terms of eBay sales, volume from January through August via GemRate.
Okay.
Would you like to take any
GemRate
shots
would
of
mean
these?
that they're all graded.
It's a website tracking card sales and grading information.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would I like to do what?
Would you like to see how many guesses it takes you to guess all 10?
We got 2 minutes left, so let's do it.
Okay.
Wemby?
This is basketball. Wemby is number 4.
Jordan?
Michael Jordan, number 1, 41.6 million. Wemby, by the way, 17.1 million.
Kobe?
You're 2 for 2. Kobe is number 2, 18.8 million.
LeBron?
LeBron James, number 5,
Luka.
17.1 million.
Luka?
Luka, number 7, 9.2 million.
This is where it starts to get tough.
Remember, it's basketball players.
Ant-Man.
Number 9, 6.7 million. You're perfect so far.
What am I missing?
You're missing
numbers.
3, 6, 8, and 10. And somebody we were just talking about is on this list.
Hidiet Turkoglu.
No, not him.
Let's see
What
here.
we just
We just talked about
talking about.
let me put my
Anthony just mentioned him.
Who?
We were just. Who's the one that doesn't know who Hito Turkoglu is?
Cooper Flag?
Cooper Flag's number 10.
I didn't think he had enough cards to be in the discussion.
4.7 million.
Wow.
Then you got a guy, of course, it's him.
Help me, Chateau. Help me, Chateau.
And you've
Who else is in
got
there? Wait.
one of the brightest stars of last year, and then you've got one you're missing because you're not thinking of basketball players.
Oh, Caitlin.
Caitlin's number 3.
Caitlin's got to be in there, yeah.
17.4 million.
Okay. I know we got a minute left. Come on, Chateau, help me.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody.
MVP.
Shea.
Shea is number 8. And then 6, of course. 6, of course, is...
Magic Johnson.
No, not Magic Johnson.
Are you scrolling somewhere?
I was going to show you a picture of him.
Curry.
Steph Curry. There you go.
Al Guzman helped me with that one.
That's
Thank
it.
you, Al.
That's it.
Hey guys, this has been a fun show because I'm wearing glasses and I'm very intelligent. And it's my birthday tomorrow and it's my
Happy
cancerversary
birthday
today.
to Emran.
So yeah, it's gonna be a good weekend. I can't wait to spend time with my family. The actual card show is over, and nothing like getting through that excitement of a show being done, like planning the next one. So here we go.
We'll see you at True Sports Cards, and we'll talk to you next week on the True Sports Card Show. Good job, Anthony. Thanks for being with us.
Talk about True Sports Card Store, yeah.